All right, is this thing live? Is this thing live? What's going on, y'all? This is more with the conscience, aka conscious. More, I appreciate the pull up, man. Dave Portman kind of had a meltdown, bro. And we're gonna check this out a little bit. Let's see what he was tripping. Freedom of speech, like this is very interesting subject, and I've always been curious about it. The difference between anti-Semitism and racism. I've heard a lot of different perspectives from different people, but I've always wondered what is literally the difference. But it seems that Dave Portman thinks that there's a difference. I mean, hatred is hatred, right? No matter who you're hating on them. But, I mean, is there a special reason? I've always questioned, like, why is there such a difference between the two? And I kind of did some research, but we're going to watch a little bit of this real quick. Let's check this out. And this is years ago, right? Right. This few years back. Let's see what he said.
Kaepernick not standing for the national anthem has become a huge story. So I'm going to say something that's racist, but I don't think it's racist. I don't think if you think something.
Interesting, right? So we're going to get to what he said, I think, the other day about it. But hold on, let's finish this.
If you don't say or act upon it, you can be called a racist.
But you're saying it. But you're going to say it.
I'm going to say it. When I heard this story, I didn't read it. I didn't know why he was saying there. I was like, oh, he's an ISIS guy. Like, that was my original thought. Because he kind of looks like...
He is very confusing. I will give you that.
Throw a head wrap on this thing.
Wait, you thought he was not standing for the national anthem because he wanted to, like, kill all Americans?
No, I thought he maybe had some terrorist Arabic...
all right, listen.
Maybe it was like on Palestine.
Wow. Simply because he was kneeling, he thought he was an ISIS. And that's religious beliefs, right? That's the irony of this clip. And then we're going to watch that on go.
Palestine side or something.
That's dumb, but he is first team all racial confusion. I don't know what's going on there.
Wow.
Yeah, the fear is
crazy.
He's got a Jew
You look
fro.
like he's got a terrorist video.
Jew fro, terrorist beard.
Jew fro? I didn't know Jews had afros first. RBR was right. Oh my God, man. Y'all made RBR right. We'll get to RBR later on down the road. But damn, y'all making him right.
Terrorist skin.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
Terrorist skin.
So I didn't get much thought of it. I was like, why wouldn't he stand? I'm not like, he thinks black people, which I guess he's black.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Okay, so I didn't know that. I thought he was Arabic. So when I think an Arab person is not standing for the national anthem, I go terrorist right away. Wow. This can't be held against me. It's just how my brain works. You can't say something. I would never do anything, but that's how my brain works. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest.
I can't laugh at you because I went down this road with Al Jazeera. Sometimes your brain just goes terrorism. And so Dave's is Colin Kaepernick, mine is Al Jazeera. It just happens, Dan. It just happens.
No, I just like this new. It used to be, I got a black friend. I'm not racist. Now we're doing. You can't hold my racist brain against me.
Bill Parcells. No offense to the Japs, but they ran a trick like
it. Interesting. Now we're gonna watch what I'm pretty sure. It ain't too. Oh damn. But bro, I got something else to show you too. Oh. Dang it. We're gonna have to look, we're just gonna repost that and come back to it. How about that? We're working on a fly that looks like something interesting. Where's my thing? But I want y'all to see this real quick, how he freaks out. And yeah, if you're on Twitter, come on and follow. I'll follow back. But I want y'all to, we're going to get to that too. Good Lord. Oh, and he did say this too. I forgot. Listen to this. This dude is.
I know, but if you're and you're wearing skinny jeans, you kind of deserve to be raped. You posted the following on your site. I never condone rape, but if you're a size 6 and you're wearing skinny jeans, you kind of deserve to be raped.
Correct. I stand by that. I think it's a funny joke.
You think rape is funny?
No, I didn't say that. I think it's a funny joke.
Do you understand how offensive that is?
No, I obviously don't.
You posted the following on your site.
Obviously don't. Now this is the big controversy. Let's watch a little bit of this. And Jason Whitlock, this is the crazy part. Jason Whitlock is calling out Dave Portman.
Probably
okay. Nothing.
That's
Do
weird.
nothing. Silence everything.
What do you?
Every comedian, don't tell a joke about it because
Kirk,
somebody, like Dave,
Kirk,
that's how the world works. I agree with you.
Go back to your question. When does freedom of speech impinge
That was your
on freedom
question,
of
not
religion?
mine. That was your question.
And kind of that's weird. Freedom of speech couldn't impinge on your freedom of religion because freedom of speech and freedom of religion are the First Amendment. So they are I want to say they are really one and the same because words come from religion comes from words, and words are protected here in our country. So how could it literally impede on religion? And it's kind of the basis of religion.
Answer it.
How many deaths?
Yeah.
I don't have an answer. What's your
how
answer?
in America, American
what's your
citizens.
answer? What's your answer to that question?
Now.
Okay, we're there.
Now.
So now what? So now what do we do?
So maybe you stop with the fucking Jew jokes and act like it's not a big deal when someone does fuck the Jews in a bar.
Or no, here's the thing. I'm with you 1,000% on that. You should have fucking kicked those people out. Of course you should.
I'm not talking about kicking them out. I'm talking about.
You want to go to jail? Like, what do you want? Like, those guys.
You
those
are
guys,
defending this guy Mick for
I'm
what
not-
he said right after that happened. He's not
No,
anti-Semitic.
I'm not
Yes, he
defending
is.
him. No,
if
I'm not.
your
no,
brain
I'm,
goes there,
I'm
you are
not
an
defending him, Dave.
anti-Semitic
What I'm
piece of
saying
shit.
is, you should have him on here or somebody else like that and
Why?
fucking fight with them because then you have a conversation.
That's what this idiot wants.
Dave, these guys that wrote the thing at the bar, fuck the Jews, right?
Yes.
You're gonna fucking fly them to Auschwitz. Some guy tweets at you something. You want to fucking? He's not.
Kirk,
you can't come on
it
here
was
for
a bar
5
I
minutes.
owned. It was a bar
agree,
I
and they
owned.
should have been kicked out. So, but my thing is,
No,
like,
it's not just kick out, Kirk. Are you?
I really don't know what they were talking about prior to this because this is kind of the only clip that's circulating or the clip that I found. But apparently the gentleman said, "Fuck the Jews. We're going to try and keep it professional on my end." But nevertheless, it seems to be upset that this man just uttered those words here in America. And I believe he's the owner of the bar. He has every right to kick him out. But what more else can you do? You can't stop him from saying what he wants to say here in America. I mean, the good thing about freedom of speech is you can say what you want. But the bad thing about it is you can say what you want. It's just a little. But nevertheless, let's continue. Sorry.
Ignoring what's going on in the world.
No,
right
I'm
now.
not. What, Dave? What do you want to do?
It's related?
What do you want to
think
do?
it's related?
What do you want to do with those guys at the bar? Put them in
Kirk,
jail for
Kirk,
50 years?
Kirk,
Fine. I don't
I
care.
didn't
They're
say that.
assholes.
You're quite literally changing everything you say, Kirk. If you
I'm
just
not saying-
want me to kick him out, not mention it, not care that this kid
Not
is
at all.
anti-Semitic,
Not at all.
shut
Not at all.
up. If you just want me to ignore it,
Don't tell me to shut up. Don't tell me.
shut the fuck up, you bald fuck.
Okay, go ahead.
How's that?
Oh, it's kill. I'll never recover from that, Dave. Go ahead, continue. I'll never recover.
Well, you're the one who big boss man. Don't tell. I'll tell you.
And he didn't even say big boss, man. This dude is sensitive. He's giving LD energy, bro. I hate to say it, man. You seem very insecure. You wrap yourself around your money and your possessions and things that you can control to make you seem bigger than you are.
Well, you work for me.
Okay, go ahead.
You
Continue.
little bitch. You work for
Continue.
me.
Sure. You bet. For now.
Oh, you
continue.
don't?
For now.
For now, quit. I don't
Well,
care. I'll
is
see 500 grand.
this a show or not a show?
See what I'm saying? You can quit out and say 500 grand. If money makes you, then you really aren't made of anything. I like that. I'm going to use that.
Like, is it a show or not a show? Like, we can't have a conversation?
You're an idiot.
Okay, continue.
You're literally saying people should be allowed to make Jew jokes, say whatever they want right fucking now. That's
Yes,
what
I
you're
think
saying.
people should be allowed to make jokes.
So how many motherfucking Jews have to be
jokes.
killed before you stop?
Does he mean here in America? Because I'm trying to think, when was the last time like a Jewish person was killed? like that, and or in a massive way, or if it's a plague on society here in America, it really isn't. And I kind of was doing a little research. Hold on, let's should we finish the video or not? You know what I'm saying? I was doing a little research on it. Mm, let me get it real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Because I was curious and I AI'd it. I asked defining racism and anti-Semitism. Racism is based on the idea that there are different human races, often assuming people of the same race share certain characteristics. However, science has shown that classifying humanity into different races is wrong and dangerous, and there is only one human race. Anti Semitism specifically refers to hatred or prejudice against Jews, often rooted in historical, cultural, or religious context. While some forms of anti Semitism can be racist, particularly those based on pseudo scientific racial theories, not all Semitism necessarily racist. I don't understand how that is. Now, the concept of racism and anti Semitism have evolved over time in the 19th centuries. The term anti Semitism emerged as a way to describe hatred towards Jews, while racism was, was often associated with colonization and pseudoscientific theories about different human races. After World War II, the understanding of racism shifted, and the term became more closely tied to systemic and structural forms of oppression. But they say the key difference is a scope. Racism encompasses prejudice and discrimination against various racial or ethnic groups, while anti Semitism specifically targets Jews. But an ethnic group would be a Jewish person, right? So why do they get that's what I don't understand. If they're talking about racism as an ethnic group, wouldn't Jews be an ethnic group? So why is their specific form of prejudice or hatred have a special word? That was just always, just at me. But never. Let's get back to this real quick.
But everybody's, I don't think,
What else? Where else is that happening with the religion or people?
I don't think those psychopaths, I'm with you, they're scumbags, are the worst people on the earth.
Whoa.
You don't think it's all related?
But Dave, you're telling a comedian not to make a joke?
You don't think it's all related?
But Dave, you're telling a comedian not to make a joke?
It's not a comedian.
I'm with you, but you said
kill before you stop.
That everybody's
But that's
people should be allowed to make jokes.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna Google that real quick in real time. Let's see how many Jewish Americans have been killed in America in the past 10 years. Killed in America. 10 years? Let's go 10 years. Okay, the Tree of Life synagogue shooting in 2018. Then there was an Overland Park shooting. Supremacist neo-Nazis killed 3 Jewish center. That was in 2014. Palmway synagogue shooting, a gunman opened fire in a synagogue, California. Okay, in 2024, they recorded 9,354 incidents, the highest number since the beginning, tracking for 60. But it doesn't say how many were unalive. All right, an increase of so there were 9,000 incidents last year, well, in 2024. But they don't really break down how many were unalive because of anti-text last year killed Jews. Okay, this was in 20. Okay, so this was in 2019. Now here it says there was 400 cases. That's worldwide though, with more than the majority of violent cases taking place in the United States. Despite as you might have Western Europe or Jews. And this was, but these still aren't. So when the last like big number it looks to be like was in 2018, where 11 were killed at the Tree of Life in Pittsburgh. But let's continue.
Jokes. So how many motherfucking Jews have to be killed before you stop?
It was that's what I'm like. You have to be specific. Were they killed because of their religious beliefs? Like the last recorded one was in 2018, and it was 11. So he's making a mountain out of a molehill.
But everybody, I don't think.
What else? Where else is that happening with the religion or people?
I don't think those psychopaths. I'm with you. They're scumbags. They're the worst people on the earth. Should that?
You don't think it's all related?
But Dave, you're telling a comedian not to make a joke.
It's not a comedian.
I'm with you. But you said stop all jokes.
Jew jokes of that nature now.
We'll ban Jew jokes of that nature. We'll get the Constitution. We'll get Congress and stop Jew jokes of that nature.
I'll go back to this.
Yeah.
When does freedom of speech impinge on freedom of religion?
It never does. It never does. Even though I might talk about your religion and might not like your religion, you're still allowed to practice your religion. So get your panties out your ass and man up, bro. Take them fuchsia thongs, get you some boxers, and let people say what they want to say. Let's finish this up. When does freedom of speech impede on freedom of religion? They are intertwined. But at the end of this, I'm going to read the first. I think it's literally, I'm saying freedom of speech, freedom of religion. I think it might be one more else. What does he talk about impede? Does it, brother?
I don't think freedom of speech should. I think freedom of speech is the most important thing in this country.
Amen.
Okay, so people can go kill the Jews, and there's no responsibility if someone.
You see, I went from whoop words to actions. Those are two different things, brother.
Goes and kills Jews.
No, that's a crime if you kill somebody.
No, but not saying, hey,
that's
kill Jews.
That's different. No. What do you mean?
You can say somebody should go kill Jews. You don't do it, but someone hears you and goes do it. You're fine with that?
If somebody says, go kill Jews?
Yes.
No, that's different than telling. I thought we were talking about telling a joke. I thought we were talking about comedians.
They are all using semantics for anti-Semitism right now. And I can tell the difference because for 20 years of doing it, I've never mentioned it, Kirk.
No,
but you mentioned everything else but that. Wonder why. Are you? No, he couldn't be Jewish, could he? No fun when the rabbit got the gun.
And I said to you when this thing happened a couple
how
weeks ago,
can you not realize we're in a different time right now?
I completely realize, and I'm sensitive to the fact that you're sensitive, and I feel bad.
No, you're not. You don't get it.
That's not true. I am sensitive to it. What I'm saying is it's a fine line. I think you would agree. I think you would agree, so maybe you don't. Then when you start harnessing free speech and what can be said and what can't be said.
I'm not saying throw any of these people in jail. You want me to give this kid a pass.
No. If you want, no. What I would like you to do, in my mind, this is why I pitched it to the producers, and you disagreed, and you are the boss. Like I said to you yesterday, it's your dime. You own the company. I thought it would be interesting to have somebody on who you disagree with, who I think at the end you wouldn't disagree with that much, have a conversation, which is what I thought you were trying to do. Hold on one second. Which I thought you were trying to do with bringing these guys to Auschwitz, trying to have a conversation. So you put a name in the face of somebody you disagree with and have an actual conversation.
That is utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. So what do y'all think? All right. Appreciate you, Dave. Oh, this is wow, we've been on for 20 minutes. Okay. I guess we could end it up. But what are your thoughts? I've always been curious about that, like the difference between, like I said, anti-Semitism and racism. Because like if we're going off of the definition of racism, then your hatred of Jews would fall in that category. But, just my thoughts. I was curious about it, but please let me know yours. And as in closing, as in always, This is your moron with the conscience, aka conscious moron. And remember, without you, there would be no moron. And y'all like, hit subscribe and share, please. Please.